Hello, folks.
Hi there!
Hi.
It's another episode of Würfel Cast. So this is a special episode because we are diving into the Essen Spiel 2023 preview.
Hurrah!
It's still early. There's a whole month to add more games to that preview list, but it's an endless.
And by a whole month, you mean 2 weeks?
Is it? I thought it was in the end of the
It's
October.
this year. No, it's like the 5th.
Oh,
it's the first week of October this year.
Wow, it's already here. Oh, then we are on time.
Time flies.
Yes.
There will be few games that will be added just prior to like the day before. There were always some games that somebody forgot to add or whatever. There's so many games out there. There's thousands of games in Essen Spiel. So the Essen Spiel, it's a fair, board game fair where you just go and you might play some games, you might demo some games, but mostly you'll be buying games because there's a lot of entertainment there. But it's not. There aren't many rooms to play games. You're gonna play in hotels, and so on with friends or whoever you. When I went there many years ago, I just found people who were playing games like, "Can I join you?" You can join. Everybody's friendly. But yeah, it's all about just.
Ja, aber nur Deutsch.
Ich spreche kein Deutsch. Anyway, so the thing is that you buy a lot of games and you can demo games. There's the hot games. There's just not enough space in some halls. You're gonna be just crammed into this tiny booth with so many people wanting to demo at that one particular table. There are so many publishers who don't have enough money, let's say, or don't want to invest too much to have bigger booths or whatever, or just no space. And so even demoing is quite difficult there. So just go buy it and play it at the hotel.
Fair enough. Now, of course, these are just ideas. We've not played most of these games, and it's possible that some of these games might not actually be available to purchase at the fair. Sometimes
Yes.
are a little bit hopeful.
yeah. And there are German editions, there's English editions, whatever. So I'm not sure if all of my games are available. Like this in preview list has this for sale or demo. I'm not sure I was keeping track on what was a demo and what was on sale. So
see, and I filtered mine and only looked at the ones that said they were for sale.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I just looked through the list for the whole month. Anyway, this is preview Essen Spiel 2023, and we have a special guest, my friend Gregor, joining us.
Hi. Glad to be here.
For this time, at least.
All right.
If he behaves, he might be able to join us.
Bring some fresh blood into this.
Well, that sounds horrible. This is not a sacrifice.
All right, but let me just get to business and get to this thing over here. Ooh, that's good. That's cool. And as I talked before with the guys here, I've tried to filter the games as much as possible. Put the marks on whether it's Kyle's or it's mine or it's both of our choices. So interested is mine, undecided is both, and must have is Kyle's. As I joked before, Kyle always have everything as must have because he will have it.
If it's a must have, I'm going to buy it because I must have it. That's kind of what must have means.
You must have all of them all the time.
Yeah, sadly.
Yes. All right. Without the further ado, I think let's just dive into this list and see. So the first one is the Missing Expedition expansion for Lost Ruins of Varnak. Mm-hmm. And I think, Gregor, you have not played this game, or you have?
I have, but not the Missing Expedition. But I did do with the Expedition Leaders.
Oh, yeah. you already played. I think you played with us. No, yeah.
Yeah. We
Really?
played it with like 4 people, I think. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. So this is the new expansion with 2 more expedition leaders and the mechanic and the journalist, I think, and they have some cool things going on here.
It's
And
basically a cooperative or solo campaign for 2. That's what this expansion adds. It adds 2 expedition leaders and a cooperative
yeah,
or solo campaign for 2.
so I'm probably gonna go through the campaign. I didn't open the things. It said like if you do want to go through the campaign, just leave it as it is, and or if you do not want to do the campaign, you can just mix it all in and just play your regular game. I'm gonna probably play a campaign. It's like 6 games. I think it's
Yeah.
not too big. Anyway, a hot thing.
So I think this is a physical version. I don't know if this is a fact, but based on what I've seen of it, it looks like it's a physical version of the kind of companion app that they released a while ago. They had a solo campaign, and a lot of this looked or sounded very similar to what was in that. So that's great. It's just a physical way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
love
there's
that as
It
well.
might be different. And then there are the new leaders, of course.
Yeah, and the leader mechanic has this kind of wheel going on. I don't know how it goes. It's like you rotate the wheel, you get some bonuses, things, and you get a monkey, which is a third assistant. I mean,
Okay.
I will play that. I'll get monkey any day. All right, so that's that. Then we have, and by the way, this is sorted. I didn't tell the audience. This is sorted by the hotness, the most thumbs, and the next one is evacuation, which I think we both did choose this one.
Sure.
I think because it's Vladimir Suki and it's delicious games,
Yep.
and it looks like another heavy Euro game.
It does, but this is one of my favorite designers. This company has had only
Yeah.
hits for me. Even Praha, which was probably their least well received game, I still really enjoy. So I've loved everything from this. I pretty much like everything that Vladimir Suchi designs. So this is an easy pick for me.
Yeah, because and I'm also interested because Gregor has not played Underwater Cities, I think.
No, I haven't.
Well,
So yeah, that's the one I want to show you. Yeah, that's the one I want to show you because
Pulsar?
no
What?
Pulsar. Pulsar is a crap.
Pulsar's amazing.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Never.
that's the one that Ilya was dissing at one game night.
Yeah, we have this sort of special like 3-day or 2-day game night thing, and then
Sure.
we choose games, and then I had this kind of a veto option going on, and I vetoed Pulsar right away.
I think Pulsar is fantastic, but that's a different matter. Evacuation looks interesting. I'm assuming it doesn't have anything with going to the bathroom.
Yeah. Anyway, but the board looks cool. I like how like this dragon thing, like 2 planets. It's like cool. You're evacuating
A
Planet,
planet
pretty
and
much.
going to another one.
oh,
Yeah.
life on our planet is being burned away thanks to the sunlight. So it's news. Nowadays we always seem to dream about apocalypse.
Well,
That's
Is that what you dream about?
yeah, I don't actually, but we can put it on our list of apocalyptic games next time we get back to that topic.
Ooh, yes. All right, so the next game is Nucleum.
Ooh.
I think it's Nucleum. So this is yours because I saw Simone Luciani. I was like, okay, David Turci, I'm fine. Simone Luciani, and another
Yeah.
T game with N.
So let me talk about this one. First of all, those are 2 of my favorite designers, and working together, I was very excited about this. I played this pretty much all week at the Dice Tower Retreat. They had a pre-production version, so it wasn't
Oh,
the
you
nicest
played it.
quality. Oh, yes, I've played it maybe 6, 7 times now. It is a large and heavy game, but it is delightful. It works especially well at 2. It is. I guess you would probably many people say it feels like a combination between Brass and Barrage. You're building a network. You've got access to nuclear power. You've got to store the uranium in the mines, and you've got to take it across these power lines to get to factories to then turn it into electricity to power buildings. And that's kind of what you're doing. You've also got a tree of technologies you're unlocking, and you're trying to place your little turbines out, because when someone uses your turbine, they have to pay you some money, and the turbine helps you to be able to access more nuclear power. It's really very interesting. I had such a great time with this. This is already one of my top games of the year, and I would be very excited to try the finished copy at Essen.
So that's Kyle for you. He plays a game a bunch even before it's released. That's how in the future you are, my friend.
Well, I mean, if he likes it, then.
So they had a final, it was a final version. It just, the quality wasn't very nice. It felt like it had come from the game crafter, because apparently they wanted it to be at the publisher wanted it to be at the retreat so people could play it, but it wasn't going to be ready in time. So they sent
basically pre-production copy.
Yeah. Okay. And it was rough, but I sure played it a lot.
Interesting. Yeah, I might try it someday, but maybe on the cruise. But it's not something I'm automatically interested in, because it's a heavy Euro game, and it doesn't really. It just says it. It's a heavy Euro board game.
It is.
Where you take roles of industrialists.
The theme is barely there.
Of course, that's Simon Luciano for you.
But I can see how it's like similar to Brass, where players use each other's resources, and the player interaction could be quite interesting.
It can be. It's a little bit less. So it's a little less mean than Brass and a little less mean than Barrage, but has some nice elements of both of those.
All right.
Okay. All right. So next one is Kutna Hora. Kutna, or the city of
Silver. It's a game about whores.
Oh.
All right. Thankfully, I've marked this video as not available for kids.
Well, then let's go in hard.
So
this is just the beginning, folks.
So first of all, the art. So, I mean, the box art is not something I would, pick off the shelf and be like, ooh, what's that? It's rather shy, on the shy side. But the actual art it's still not very. It's minimalistic in a sense, I think.
It is.
But it's city building with like a lot of dark theme, and then the poppy, the colorful houses, and you build up those houses.
And I think this might be the pre-production version, because what the game is sort of debuting is interesting gameplay, I'm sure, but also it's sort of a showpiece for this type of a recycled wood, and all the pieces are going to be out of this recycled wood material. That's basically, I think, wood shavings that are kind of pulverized and reformed into a new material. And so this is kind of CGE using this as their showpiece to see how that looks and feels, which sounds interesting. It looks like a Euro game with no theme, and I love that kind of game.
Historical city building Euro game, so. And it said economic here, so that's why I think that's why it shows it. Dynamic economic system. So I'm always.
It says asymmetrical too, and highly interactive. All these great
in
words.
A Euro game.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. So that one was chosen by both of us, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
On the side, both of us. So From the Moon, this is my choice, it seems. And I don't even remember. Oh, La Beauté du Jeu. I don't know how to pronounce that. So basically, this company who did. What was this game about? Also, post-apocalyptic game where those miniatures of survivors had the numbers underneath them. The
Survive.
No, it's Outlive. Yeah.
Oh.
So they did It's a Wonderful World. They did Outlive, and so that was like, okay, they do kind of quality stuff. And so this one is about the moon and humankind and survival. Another kind of a sci-fi post-apocalyptic thing. I like those rovers.
Are those the Nazis from the moon?
Yeah, the Wolfenstein ones.
Oh, it seems to be. Yeah, but this one, yeah, it's just an interesting theme, and from the French publisher who does good games.
All right.
Except this one, I don't know how much to.
Except this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much a work placement game then, as I understand.
Each faction will contribute by building parts of the ships and build their own lunar base to store the necessary resources. I'm not sure if it will be completely a worker placement game. Doesn't say that. This one reminds me of kind of a Outlive as well. Maybe they inspired from that, upgrading your.
And I wasn't the
base
hugest
space.
fan of Outlive, so maybe that was why I was not particularly excited for this one.
I see. Okay. So the unconscious mind is from Fantasia Games, who did the Paleo Americans, the Endless Winter.
Really, their only game other than this one.
Yeah. So the Endless Winter is a hit, and this one seems to be. It's Vincent Dutrey's art and Andrew Bosley. Andrew Bosley, if Griffin doesn't know, did Everdell. Vincent Dutrey is everywhere.
Right.
He did. So if you can look at the cover, it's definitely Vincent Dutrey's touch of evil. No, it's not. But
I love the box and the art. Already looks pretty good. Like popping.
Yeah, this one did not show up as for sale when I did my filtering, and I'll have it through the Kickstarter. I don't know if it'll really be there for sale. If so, it'll be an early copy.
Oh, but I mean, does it come out, or is it?
Well, or it could have been. I mean, it could have been changed, but I don't know if it'll actually be there for sale or if it'll just be a demo, because they've not delivered their Kickstarter yet. I don't know how close they are.
Okay, but this is.
I would have been excited about it. Mm-hmm.
It's a worker placement, engine building, action programming, multiple randos, things. It's like Sigmund Freud's theory of psychoanalysis. So it looks great.
It does.
I'm gonna try it. It's probably very expensive and heavy, on the heavy side. All right, so this is Evil Corp, and it's also from La Beauté du Jeu, the one that you said you didn't like the Outlive that much, but this one is the same company.
Like an Evil Corp. Yeah, I don't. This game just sounds interesting. I don't know anything about it. I literally just clicked. Interested.
And that's how you did. Okay.
Yeah, I had a very low filter for this.
Interesting.
But it looks interesting. It's an evil corporation.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know much about this game, just how it looks. And it's a team. Oh, it's the first player or team when you play 2 versus 2. You can play 2 versus 2.
I'll never do that.
Yeah. You advance, you do the actions. You want to be declared the new CEO of the company? Okay. Sure, why not?
I want to work at an evil corporation.
Yeah, but it is. You can see it's team-based. It's fantasy, medieval humor, backbuilding. I don't know how much backbuilding there is.
Sure.
All right. So here we have another one, which is on both our lists. It's Shipyard, the 2nd edition. And yet again, it's because we have Vladimir Suki and Delicious Games, and this is one of his earlier works.
It is, and it's one of the ones I've never played. So
me too.
I'm interested in the new version of it. From what I know, it's been fairly well received. I've never played this one. It's kind of a hole in my knowledge.
Yeah, but it seems to be much better done. I mean, like, I don't know about the production quality, because sometimes Delicious Games does some weird stuff, some paper thin stuff, and some stuff is okay. And then they're gonna put out the expansion that basically adds the better production quality boards, something like that.
They've gotten better as they've gone on, right? I mean, so Underwater Cities was, I think, their first game, and
probably less
money. So they've gotten a little bit better as they've had more success.
Yeah, but this one looks cool, and I just want to try it because of the Vladimir Mitsuki.
That's exactly why it's on my list.
All right, so here we have one on your list, which is World Wonders.
Yeah, also one I've played. This is another polyomino sort of covering your space game with these nice big wooden wonders. It's a fast game. You'll play 10 rounds, and each round you have this track of money, and that's sort of the actions you can do once you're out of money for the round. You have to pass, and you can buy these wonders, which are worth points and look nice, but you have to meet certain requirements, and they always cost all of your remaining money. So once you buy one, you're done for the round. It's a pretty simple game. I do hope the final production copy is going to have a little bit clearer rules around some areas, because the version I played was a Brazilian copy, and it had... the rules were translated. I'm not sure how well, though. But I'd like to see the final copy. It was a lot of fun to play. It's pretty fast. It works. It's not simultaneous, but it works pretty quickly with any number of players. So I like this one. I think it'll be a big success for Arcane Wonders.
Okay, yeah. I was like, ooh, that's Arcane Wonders. Why didn't I choose that one? Then I'm like, it's polyominoes. Oh, that's why. Yeah, another Tetris game. Like,
but it's not just polyominoes. You can see that it has also wooden pieces.
In a thousands and thousands of polyominoes games that come out each year, this is the one. Yeah, sure. So the next one is Arknova or Arkenova Wasserwelten. It's Arknova Marine Worlds. It seems to be only in German.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm not excited about it. I probably won't buy the German one because nobody here can play it with me. But I've already ordered this.
Yeah, so this one, so Arknova, I don't know if Gregor hasn't played it. I'm sure about that. It's not that easy
I haven't played, but I've seen it around.
It's pretty great.
BGG. Yeah.
It's about building a zoo. I enjoyed it, but I had some issues with it. So I wasn't that enamored with this game like everybody was.
And I enjoyed it and had some issues with it, which I overcame by playing the game lots more. And I really enjoy it still. The biggest problem with the game is that it takes up quite a bit of space. It has this extremely long board. And I purchased an aftermarket product to sort of collapse the space. But it's a fun game. You're trying to manage 2 tracks, and when they meet, that's going to trigger the end. And you're doing goals, and this is more goals. It's going to have more ways to kind of churn through the deck, which was kind of a small complaint against the original, is that there's a huge deck of cards, and you may never see what you need.
Yeah.
And I think it'll have different action cards that you can upgrade in different ways. Is from what I understand. I hope it also has a camel because that was missing from the first game.
They have large animal zoo, and there are.
That's a goal. That's an old goal that's already in the game.
It's almost like a camel there.
Well, it is.
You get like a camel.
You get a
camel.
You don't actually get to. There's no camel card in the game, and none of this is new. This is all in the existing game.
Oh. Okay.
These are all cards from the current game.
But I think like the huge amount of cards just adds to the replayability, which is nice, I guess. Like
it can. Yeah. I mean, you'll play through a few times before you've seen everything.
Right.
Yeah, but also adds some balancing issues. The more cards you have, the more balancing issues it has.
True.
Potentially.
potentially. So Underwater Cities, we talked about that one. Both
It's a mini expansion.
Mini expansion. Woo!
It looks like 12 cards.
I want to get it. I mean, it's a promo
I do
pack.
too.
5 years. Oh,
of course.
Delicious Games been here for 5 years. Okay.
Of course, they'll have a slightly different color to their backs than all the rest of the cards, and they'll be a slightly different size. But other than that, I'm sure it'll be amazing.
That's a production issue you always have. Okay, so you have a game called Sky Team chosen.
Oh, I love Sky Team.
Why do you love it? What's about the Sky Team?
So this is a cooperative game where it's a 2-player cooperative game. I played it at the retreat, and you are the pilot and co-pilot of a plane, and you're trying to land the plane successfully. So you've got to, but you're not supposed to talk to each other. You're rolling dice and then assigning them to this board. And there's a basic scenario that's pretty easy, and then you can sort of ramp up the difficulty by adding different things. But one player has to be in charge of the landing gear and the brakes, and the other player is deploying the flaps and radioing ahead to clear other planes out of the runway. And you're trying to keep the plane balanced and get it at the right speed as it lands in the various airports. And there's like 20 scenarios or something in the box, so you play through one, and then you can play through another. It's not a campaign, but you can sort of add the different modules on to make it more difficult if you'd like. It's about a 20-minute game, and it's pretty fun. I really like this one.
Yeah, it does seem interesting.
Yeah.
It's thematically odd that the pilot and co-pilot who are sitting right next to each other can't talk.
Can't talk.
That's
definitely
what pilots and co-pilots do. Is they're like, no, I'm not talking to you.
But to my hand.
But other than that thematic disconnect, there's a lot to love here. I think it's going to work really well. It's only a 2-player game, so you really can't play it with more than 2. But it's limited. The limited communication works really well because if I put a die here of a certain value, well, I'm probably trying to tell you that you should, not tank what I'm trying to do. But it doesn't last very long, and it's very easy to pick up and learn. I'm a big fan of Sky Team.
Does it have the feeling of when you finish a game, do you want to just pick up and try again, or is it?
I do.
We want to fly a plane.
Well, no, it does not feel like flying a plane.
Land a plane.
But yeah, that first scenario is just enough to kind of get you in the door. It's that first taste for free, and then you can add up. You're just like, okay, that was pretty. It was, it was a challenge, but it was an easy, manageable challenge. And now I want to make it a little bit more so that I'm kind of sweating a bit. And it has lots of tools to let you do so.
The theme is cool. Awesome. I didn't choose this one because it's a 2-player game, so I'm really not looking for any 2-player games.
Those are the best games to play when you only have 2 players.
Yeah, only. All right, we have Revive. Oh, your darling here. Revive, Call of the Abyss. I love Abyss, but that's the only thing I'm interested in.
This looks like more stuff for Revive, and Revive is a fantastic game that I am always looking to play, and have played quite a lot of. One of the best games from last year that came out, and more stuff. Hey, that's going to be great. I hope it doesn't do another stupid campaign. The campaign in Revive was really subpar, but I'm excited for the expansion. It looks like more of the factions, which have those minor special abilities, and maybe some new cards, and it'll be great.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's a multi-use cards, so Gregor doesn't know about this game probably.
I've seen that one. BGG again. It's always in the top for the last year or 2.
It has been hard to get a hold of, but now it should be in production and and relatively easy to find.
It's tight resource management. You expand on the board, and then you use your cards in various ways. You stick them in to the sides of your board and try to get the best out of them, activating them. So there's some cool stuff going on here.
And you're moving up these 3 tracks on your own board that unlocks different special abilities that could be customized just to you. And you're kind of picking the way you want to score it. It's thematically there's nothing there.
There is a theme somewhere lost in the abyss.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, that was one of the most themeless games I played last year. But
Fair enough.
That's fine. Now I'm like I was okay with Revive. I think I joined it quite well. I put it, like it was 7.5 or 8 even. It's not something I would love to have in my collection or play all the time, but it was a good experience already. Anyway, here we have the Fox Experiment. And it's from Elizabeth Hargrave, who made Wingspan.
I've heard about this one.
Yeah. And there is Dmitry and Ludmila, who started experiment on domestication of the foxes. So that's interesting. You breed your own domesticated foxes. That's where I put it on my list. That's it. I just want to domesticate. I want to breed foxes. And I love foxes. They laugh a lot. They laugh like someone from One Piece.
Oh. Shiro.
Yeah.
Also, you are a cat person, so...
Yeah, foxes are like cats. Yeah, definitely.
I think the fox might eat the cat. It's a possibility.
Yeah. But it's about the breeding, though. You have to breed out that trait.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's just a cool theme. Yet again, a nature theme. Not a nature theme, domesticating foxes, but I mean, it's a theme with the nature element, and Elizabeth Hargrave did well with Wingspan. Why not?
It's true.
All right, so here we have Witchcraft, which is your choice.
Yeah, and
Why?
I think this is another solo game, right?
It is. It's best with one player, it says. One players.
I think this is going to be an iteration on their other game, which was Resist, which is a pretty decent solo game about the Spanish resistance, where in that game you're trying to overcome different objectives and then pick the right time to stop so that you can win the game. If you go too far, you just lose. And this looks like it's kind of the same thing, but with witch trials.
Yeah, funny thing is, like, I remember looking up Resist and was interested in it, and I checked the reviews, and people were like, yeah, if you like this, then you'd probably enjoy more Witchcraft, because I think it's more polished, or like...
It probably is.
Yeah.
Because Resist had some... It's an interesting game, but the rules aren't the best, and there's some pieces that feel a little odd. And so this one, I think, is going to be another iteration on that. And I'm always looking for a good solo game.
Right.
Yeah. It looks cool. It reminded me somewhat of The Bloody Inn. It's not completely the same artwork, but it has the same vibe to it. Maybe this kind of a dark theme, maybe this kind of the color integration, and I don't know. It just, when I looked at the pictures, it reminded me of The Bloody Inn a little bit.
Which famously has lots of animals.
Art, yeah.
What? It has. No, these pictures.
The Bloody Inn doesn't have any animals on the cards.
Well, the people are the animals in there.
Those people who are, or killers, those are animals.
I see.
Don't get me wrong. And
but
by the way,
it looks good.
By the way, this is not Witchcraft. This is Witchcraft.
Yeah.
Why there is exclamation?
Because it's exciting.
Okay.
Resist also has exclamation mark on it. So maybe
Explanation, I know.
It's the exclamation mark series.
Exclamation mark. And David Thompson is one of the designers, so.
Yep.
He's cool. So then this one, it's my choice. What?
It's definitely not mine.
What? Why? Why do I have this one as my choice?
Because you have terrible taste.
No, because maybe I was like, maybe I clicked the wrong button.
I think you might have. This game does not look very interesting at all.
Jan Žižka, Medieval. The name is very interesting. Okay, South Bohemia, dice-driven game, moral system. Okay, to be honest, I'm sorry, but I don't know why I chose this game.
This one might be a mistake. All right.
Or maybe it's a gem. Maybe it was
Maybe it is.
a sign from heavens to buy and play this game. All
I'll
right,
leave that to you.
So this one is Inferno. And by the way, this is quite high on the list, 3.3 thumbs. This is also my choice. And Red Majo, and this one, Dante's Divine Comedy. Why? It's economic fantasy horror. You go soul management game where you guide sinners to the respective circles of hell. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay, so this is the one I was interested in. Based like the cover, kind of reminds me of what are those video games? The Soul system,
Dark Souls,
and yeah, whatever. It's the cover.
Have you played those?
I watched people play those. Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of reminds me the landscape and thing. But then you look at this.
Oh wow.
Look!
Oh, wow.
Look! This one, yeah, this one. Ooh, and then. Hello. Hello, Kitty.
Yeah. That box cover looked a little bit deceptive for that game.
Yeah.
especially those cards. You can see, ooh.
Yeah, they're so vibrant and like...
Such a dark theme. I mean, wow. Look at this pink building right there. So much, ooh. What is going on here? I think I didn't see the pictures. Oh, they were added recently. So yeah, when I put this on my list, I only saw the box cover. That's
one I think I might wait for the reviews on before I jump in.
Like, look, you're looking at this one like, ooh, it's gonna be Souls-like adventure game, and then you're like, oh, let's make it a Euro game with rainbow color.
It ends up being Hades. Okay.
It is not a bad game. Anyway.
Yeah, my interest peaked and dropped really fast in between those pictures.
Alright, let me see here. Yeah. There seems to be something with Gregor's microphone, but maybe.
Oh?
He's just bumping it.
Yeah, we'll see, Maybe switch to another microphone. It happens sometimes. Alright, anyway.
All right, Evenfall. This was one of yours.
Was it? Oh yes, it was. Evenfall. So yeah. So
you don't remember? You did it yesterday.
No, I didn't. No, I made that list. I started making that list when the Spiel preview came out. I was like constantly choosing more games. So this, I like the cover.
Sure.
This is a cool cover. That's all I want to say about this game. It's a card-driven engine building game. So yeah, that's. I'm always for a card game. I'm always for an engine building game. It just looks nice. And the cards remind me a little bit of the game that's the nature-themed game. Kind of has the same. No, the one with that has Grapple's mechanism in it. Oh my god.
Meadow?
Meadow, yeah. The cards remind me a little bit of Meadow. I think they have the same border thing going on.
Yeah, but they don't look anything like Meadow cards because Meadow cards just have a picture of an animal and 2 or 3 symbols on them.
This has also symbols.
Look above. Go up just a little bit. There you go.
Cat Advisor. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I mean, this is one I might wait and let somebody else try first.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it if I can get it. Anyway, it looks cool. The Hunt, which is this cover, and
this was one of mine, and again, it's
clearly one of yours.
It's Salt and Pepper Games, which is the same ones who did Witchcraft with the exclamation point. And it's sort of this Red October type theme where you're hunting someone's submarine. And I don't know much more about it, but they've had a few good games, and I'm excited to try this. I like those kind of back and forth games. This one does not look like a solo game. I think this is a game for more than one player.
No, instead it was asymmetrical, yeah. So probably
it's a 2-player game. So yeah, it's best with two, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
And it's not recommended with more than two. That's why I always. I don't understand who's doing that. Who's choosing that option? Not recommended with four.
Well, I mean, it's useful to know that this isn't a game you could actually play with three. It looks kind of like those, the games that I like Blitzkrieg or
yes,
that style of game, and I like those games. So
yeah, that's something I dislike. So not for me. But you do you. Anyway, Cascadia is one of the more popular games. I think Gregor knows about Cascadia as well.
Yeah.
You've played that, Cascadia?
I haven't played it, but I've looked it up, and I know what the game is generally about.
Oh, I see.
And this looks like more stuff for Cascadia.
Yeah.
Landmarks. It adds landmarks. It just says
it does. I think it also adds new scoring, new choices to score the animals as well.
Elkhorn Mountain, Hawkhorn Mountain, 2 corridors, river, unique wind or something, I don't know.
So it's just going to be more ways to score, more ways to play Cascadia to add a little bit more variety to it. I quite enjoy Cascadia as is, so...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've not played Cascadia, but those puzzly, somewhat tiling games is not my first choice.
Okay.
All right. Rats of Wister, which is your pick.
Yeah,
Why?
I just looked at why, because it looks interesting. I don't know much about it.
I like the cover.
It's got some rats. It's got it looks like Mites and Mystics.
Rats
not at
all. Rats and mice and mystics. Then it's rats and wizards.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. It just looked interesting. I would stop and check it out if I were there.
Rats and rangers.
Of course, there's a cat.
Oh, there's a camel as well. We can both get this game now.
Okay, great.
That's the game where you should get the camel now.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know much more about it. I've looked at it a couple of times though, and it looks like it has some whimsical artwork.
Rundell and building up, probably, yeah.
It looks like it's a combination of First Rat and Mice and Mystics.
No.
That's an untrue statement, by the way.
Totally not. Rundell is right there. Okay. Anyway, here we go. The Pirates of Maracaibo. It's definitely my choice.
Maracaibo. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it. It looks like Maracaibo.
Yes.
I love Maracaibo.
You played it?
Now, this is, I believe, a standalone game, not an expansion for Maracaibo.
It says so there, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Then my belief is well founded. It does not look a whole lot like Maracaibo. Maybe it's a more variable map. But Maracaibo is one of the best games to come out in the last 10 years. And
that looks cool. Actually,
you should play it.
Looks dry, but cool. Anyway, I like this. You can see you can basically probably
customize your ship, which is what you're doing in Maracaibo anyway, right? You're unlocking different bonuses to sort of make your ship and your player more powerful in different areas. And this looks like a new way to do that.
Yeah, and you have cannons basically. And those cannons are just cube holders where you can get bonuses and something like that.
Yeah. What else do you want a cannon for?
Shoot? Or something.
Why are you so violent?
Because
I'm excited about the Pirates of Maracaibo.
Because I don't like people voting not recommended more than 2 when it's a 2-player game. Okay. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Neotopia.
So this was one of mine, but it looks more like it would be one of yours after looking at the gameplay.
No.
It's one of those where you make patterns. It's like that mandala game that you like. um, or some
Mandala
the
is not
Stones
making
game or whatever.
patterns. Yeah, but Mandala
And
is not this one.
Mandala Stones is that's what it looks like. But you just sort of are making these patterns, and you're kind of working together on 3 areas, and you'll score, of course, the lowest area that you have. And very abstract, but it looks interesting.
A lot of theme going on here.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I had tried. There we go.
All right. Imperial Miners. It's on my list, and you have it already.
I have it already.
How? Because I couldn't.
Oh,
Like
it arrived in the mail. It's sitting over here. I can pull it out if you'd like.
So you have the US. Okay, probably US distribution that's out there. Because
Okay.
you could not get it in Europe. It still has a pre-order everywhere, and even on official website.
Well, regardless, they sent me mine. It's sitting on the table. I've played it a few times. This is an incredibly simple game. It is not really a part of the Imperial Settlers family. It definitely does not feel like any of those 3 games.
Mhm.
But what you're doing is you will play 1 card per turn. There are 10 turns. When you play a card, it goes below other cards in your mind, and then it activates the things above it. And so that's kind of what you're doing, is trying to activate your best cards more than once.
So that's the idea I really like, and I heard it's fast, it's simple. I
It is.
enjoyed Imperial Settlers, but it was like I wasn't really enamored with it. It was like, okay, I don't think I want to play it that much. Then Empires of the North, I didn't like that much. It was okay, and I don't know.
It's the same
Gregor has
game.
played some of these games.
Yeah, I played Empire of the North. It was okay.
So, yeah, I would say that your experience with Empires of the North, Imperial Settlers, and 51st State will have no bearing at all on whether you like this one. This one is really, other than some artistic touches and being from the same publisher, not really very connected to any of those.
So that's what I thought. That's why I chose this one, because I really want to try this one out, and it seems to be not that expensive.
It's not. It's pretty small. The box is small. It doesn't have that many cards in it. But it's a fine game. It sounds like maybe I'm not enjoying it. I was hoping it would be more complicated and involved, and in fact,
Maybe
it's
the
not.
expansions.
Maybe.
All right, Tucana Builders. So
This is
Kyle,
one of mine.
explain
Yeah.
yourself.
So this looks like a board game version of Trails of Tucana. Trails of Tucana is a fantastic portable game where you'll flip over
Flip
a
and right,
card and
something
everybody
like
kind of draws a line on their board. And this just looks like a board game version of that, where you're connecting paths, trying to make the most efficient use of your turns, connecting different camps and artifacts. And hey, that's what Trails does. And this one seems like it'll be more of the same, just in a different format.
Hey, that's my Tucana. Yeah, I've not played Trails of Tucana. I don't know, Gregor, have you played any of the?
Nope, I have not.
Okay.
I don't love that score track, by the way, but but this, look, I don't know much about it, but I love Trails of Tucana. It's one of the best of the sort of roll and write genre of games, and one that I'm always looking to play. So more of that is always going to be welcome.
All right, so this is Ceres?
It's not one of mine.
TPA Games. Yeah, it's one of mine.
Yeah, well, it's not one of mine.
It's sci-fi worker placement game. Look, that's when you start picking those games like 2 months before this show. Then you're like, why did I choose this one? Looks a bit like the space base thing going on here with the cards, just visually.
Okay.
Um,
This does not look like Space Base at all.
but maybe it is. Does it have dice? No.
I don't
It's
see
like
any.
it has. You can see it has this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 7. Okay, you got it. Yeah, I don't know much about this game, and I'm not sure why I chose this game. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Oh, I
Good
like
show,
the cover.
everybody.
I like
Probably-
the covers.
Yeah, probably the box art.
So with every game, I usually like if I like the cover, I just with the previews at least. Like, okay,
Yeah.
based on the cover,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. A low filter.
Books of Time on both of our lists, and it's from Board and Dice and from Philip, and it's tableau building game.
Yeah,
You collect books or something like that.
I think so. And I think it might already be available. I've looked at it several times at the online stores, or at least something that reminds me of this. And I thought, well, it'll be nice to see what this finally does.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, but it just looks nice and from Board and Dice, and looks nice and dice and nice. Yeah, and lots of symbols. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but I have to try it. Then you have Ahau, Rulers of Yucatan.
This was one of mine, and I saw this set up at the retreat last week,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked kind of interesting. It didn't look interesting enough for me to pull it out and read the rules, but if I were going to go to a convention where it was available, I would definitely try it.
Yeah.
That board does look a little busy, but it looked a little bit more interesting set up physically, I guess.
It's yeah. I don't know. This one looked cool.
I
but
sure do not want to put those cardboard pyramids together, though.
Right.
Are they gonna break?
I'm sure they will.
Great. That's what I like about the production of some games. You can break it easily.
All right, the next several are yours.
Oh, a lot of mine. Okay, so Path of
Mhm.
Civilization. It's not because of the cover, by the way. Because the cover is
Ooh.
stupid. Because the cover is stupid as hell.
It does look like just the Civilization game, which is on.
Yeah, it's a Civilization game, so that's why. Simple as that. It's another Civilization game, and I must try every Civilization game out there in the world. Not really, but I just want to try different Civilization games and maybe find the one and only.
Find one you like.
As you can see, you can have internet here.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if it has technology tree, then that's cool.
Okay.
Then I like it. All right, so Isle of Trains, all aboard. It's the English Deluxe Edition. So this is the game that I played very long time ago. Really enjoyed it. It's multi-use of the cards, building up, going down the routes and things. It's just the great idea about the multi-use of the cards. And this one is the game. I don't know where it went. If I sold it at some point for some reason, then I wanted to get it back, and it was impossible to find it. And
Sure.
now they came up with the deluxe edition, and looks great. It looks much better than the original one, and I want to get it back because I love the multi-use, putting cards that or that way and using them for different reasons and stuff. And trains.
Are you saying you love trains?
I do like trains in games. I
Are you
don't.
saying I love trains?
I'm not Sheldon Cooper, but no, I like trains.
But that's not the name of the game.
Oh. Oh, okay. I love trains. Okay, I got it. I
There
got
you
it.
go.
I got
Oh no.
Oh no. Why,
That was
Kyle?
good.
Why?
That was good.
I love trains, yes. I do. The Artemis Odyssey is from two designers. It's Bruno Veduti and late Serge Leggett. And
Isn't
so
this just the re-implementation of Ad Astra?
yeah, I've not played Ad Astra. And I was just like,
You
these
won't
two
like it.
designers. I won't like it? Why? Why I won't like it? Tell me.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Ad Astra. It does not also seem like the kind of game you'd like, but sometimes you surprise me.
Yes, I do surprise you sometimes with some games, but it's I didn't like Artemis Project that much. I don't think if Gregor has played any of their games.
No, I haven't. I think so.
So yeah, this one is it's I don't know much about Ad Astra, but maybe this re-implementation of the game will be better than you think.
Maybe it will.
It because of the designers, so that's why. Anyway, and this is Far Away. Why did I choose Far Away?
Because that's where you'd like to go.
Catch-up games. Oh, it's from Catch-up Games, first of all. And it's a card game. So beats me.
Ooh.
Maybe I liked how it looks. Maybe why is there 4 different covers?
So that you can buy each one.
Oh, nice. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why. I think that one can stay far away from me.
Nice.
You're doing well. Anyway, Jekyll and Hyde versus the Scotland Yard.
So I love Jekyll and Hyde, the 2-player trick-taking game, and this looks like a new way to play that. And I've really been impressed by this publisher. They have these small, interesting implementations of games with fairly simple mechanisms, and it's a Korean publisher, so I'll get in trouble if I say anything bad about them. But
Because
I've
you
really
have a
enjoyed their
certain
games
friend.
so far.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a bossy Korean friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
didn't show you the game.
But so Jekyll and Hyde is a really interesting trick-taking game where one player wants to win a lot of tricks and the other wants to keep them balanced. And you'll play across a couple of rounds, and there's special abilities based upon the colors of cards. This looks like another version of that. Does not look like a 3-player version. It looks like it's maybe Jekyll and Hyde is one side who's going to do some sort of combination of the old one, and then Scotland Yard will be the new player who might have different mechanisms they're using.
Interessant. But trick-taking games are not for me. Let's go to the next game. Bonsai. It's yours yet again.
Yeah, so I saw this one set up and it looked amazing. You're building a bonsai tree, and you're trying to sort of have it be balanced or not balanced. There's a bunch of different goals, and you just have these pieces that you kind of put together, and they're going to form a tree that looks like a bonsai tree, and everyone's play is going to be different. I don't know how in-depth the game is, but it does have a very interesting look to it.
I remember it now. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I was like, ooh, that looks really interesting. I want to try this game out, so it might have been on my list as well. I just, yeah. Sometimes I skip good stuff.
You decided to put Sarah's project on instead?
Sarah's? No.
Or Far Away.
Far Away, I Love Trains, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I Love Trains Far Away from Sarah's project.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my best. Anyway,
Please
like
stop.
Kyle likes to say, sometimes you must stop trying. Okay, but now I'm gonna put some shame on you.
Best looking game ever.
Yes. Let's.
Right.
There are 2 games in a row that's best looking. So I'm gonna put some shame on you.
Game, I'm gonna tell you, it is one of the uglier games that can be there. It has inexcusably bad art. I have FIAM. This is the expansion for FIAM. I enjoy FIAM. It's an interesting take on deck building. But
so
it
good.
is a rough look. I wish that they had actually employed an artist instead of Microsoft Paint.
No, look, Microsoft Paint nowadays in Windows 11 is now even better. So this is from 89 or 98.
It really is. But it's going to be more for FIAM, and FIAM's a pretty good game, despite being just we did not try artwork. And I love Friedman Freese, and I enjoy 2F games. So this is definitely going to be on my list. It'll probably be amazing, but it is not a looker.
Yeah, this game has a card called Disposal, where you play a card and dispose of the game.
Garbage disposal.
It shows you. It shows you. Put away a card
Yep.
somewhere.
And so those numbers on the
You
top
get
of the
victim
card are
point.
going to dictate how quickly they come out. And so it has an interesting level of planning because the more expensive cards might be available for a while and then become unavailable because lower numbered cards come out. So it's an interesting timing mechanism in the game as well. I think the game is fantastic. I just do not like how it looks.
All right, let's get to another one that like just screams. Amazing
I
card.
agree. Again, this one I put on just because it's
Why?
Salt and Pepper Games. I do not know what's going on there.
Why is what's that?
Yeah, it's a very strange cover.
What is going on here?
Is that guy
Look
smoking
at
a
that.
pencil?
Why does it have a rabbit inside his? Okay.
Yeah, look, I don't know anything about this. Again, I enjoy Salt and Pepper Games. I'm excited about what they're bringing. I don't know why there are scissors there.
Why are you
It's
smoking
like
the glasses?
It's modern art.
Yeah, we can move on.
Why does this guy has nail polish? Okay, we're not questioning that. The Battle of
Yeah.
Versailles. Oh, look, this is the actual look of the game.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Close your eyes. Anyway, this
We're
is.
back to you with Hamlet because Hamlet's boring.
I don't know if you saw this game, and I saw this picture. Is it really from this game?
Yes, it is, and it is a nightmare to put together, and it does not stay together.
Yeah.
It is bad enough that with their most recent expansion, they are sending out a new wooden church to everybody who backed the first one. You could get it for free just because the game itself is rough. I would love for it to be good, but it is a rough game. You have to see everything which you can't see. The resources are too small. That large church that you build in the middle blocks view of everything.
That's what churches
I really
do.
want to like this game, but I'm going to give it another try when the expansion comes out with the fixed components. But basically, you're getting almost a full new game in the fix kit because literally just about every piece of the game had a problem with it.
Look, so this is thematic because if you stay in front of the church, do you see what's behind the church? You don't.
No. But if you stay in front of the church, do you need to put a donkey there so that it can walk around the church and deliver the crap to the building on the other side?
Yes, it can. I mean,
because donkeys
your
are
image
like welcome in front of the church.
Well,
but do you think that the fixed components can save this game, or is it just
they might be able? I'm willing to give it another try if things are a human size, because each of the resources was about the size of a cut fingernail, and I mean,
yeah,
you don't have to play it with tweezers, and if the artwork isn't quite as busy, and if the church isn't falling apart if you blow on it.
It's true that sometimes if the components are subpar, then the experience can be really frustrating because you cannot be focused on the fun part of the game. You're not able to be focused on the fun part of the game because you're constantly thinking about what's that and how do I see that and how do I pick this up and how do I do that. You know, it's the same with bad rulebook. It's unplayable. If it's unplayable, then yeah.
Because in this game, you have to know what's everywhere on the board, and if you can't see anything, that makes it a little bit difficult to be aware of where things are. It's a very spatial and logistical game. I wanted it to have potential.
But the board does look really cluttered, like really hard to find anything, I bet. So
it is. You are right, my friend.
So it has nothing to do with Hamlet and Yorick and so on. So no.
No, it's a hamlet,
Okay.
meaning a small
It's a
town
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
or a small
wanted-
pig.
Okay. Yeah. So they send you a wooden church? Did they send you a real sized church? Like,
No,
did they
but
build
it's
a
going
church
to
in your
be-
town?
I think it's going to be made out of blocks of wood, so it will actually stay together.
Oh, nice. I remember what was the game where you had this life size, not life size, but the decent sized Cthulhu miniature, the huge one.
That's Cthulhu Death May Die.
Yeah, the size of a dog or something like that, or a big dog.
Or Marvel Zombies now has the even larger Galactus.
Oh yes,
I didn't have it when you were over. I have it now.
Human size, yeah, miniature. Why? Okay. Anyway, Furnace is it's basically out, but it's yet again it's hard to get in Europe, and usually that's because they are counting on Spiel and to have a big release there and then put down into retail. And Furnace Interbellum adds more stuff and some cool new cards, and I love the game. It's about making your production as efficient as possible, getting the most money, and the bidding system with the different tokens that you have, the different numbers. The highest number gets the card, the lower number gets amount of resources, so on. I just like it. New abilities, manager tokens, capital discs, and whatever. It's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
the only thing I don't like is the new solo mode, which really kind of sucked. But the other additions that it gives to the game for the more than one player game are pretty good. There's a new thing you can bid on, which is a special ability, and then you have this disc that you can spend coal to pump it up to whatever value you want.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you like Furnace, you'll like this. If not, it's not going to change your mind.
Nice. So, Freaky Frogs from Outer Space. Not outer space, but outer space.
This is going to be another one in the 2F Spiele small box solo games.
Beautiful.
They have
games.
a couple others. They're not, but this is a pinball themed one. And I like that. I'm always curious about what this company puts out. Usually they're willing to try something interesting. More often than not, it's a flat failure, but it's always an interesting try. And I've enjoyed their solo games. Friday finished, and there was another Space Invaders themed one that are interesting, sort of a lark to play by yourself. And it's usually in a very small box.
Yeah, let's skip that. Anyway, Ancient Knowledge
This game
is from Yellow Games. Is it
disappointing?
It's yellow. It's about ancient times, and it's a card game with mythology and so on. So I enjoy all of the mythological things and ancient times. So I mean,
there's no mythology here. It's just artifacts.
That's why I chose this one.
Is you've got the interesting thing the game promises is you put the monuments down and they have all these tokens on them, and then they're going to degrade every turn and eventually roll off. And if the tokens are still there, then they come to you as negative points. So you're trying to kind of clear those off as they move over.
Okay.
I was a little disappointed by it, but I can see some potential in the game. It's just I didn't find it very much fun.
So you encourage me to still try it, yeah? That's what you said.
If that's what you want to do. I mean, it's not a terrible game. I just found it disappointing.
Because I want to get some knowledge, some ancient knowledge, definitely.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, it's just yellow and the theme overly.
There's no mythology here. It's just artifacts.
It said
there's
mythology.
no knowledge. It's just ancient.
It said mythology here. That's it.
It might say there, but you won't find it in the game.
It's all in your head.
All right, Moon River. That's one of yours.
It was. I played Moon River. Moon River is the next sort of iteration of the King Domino series.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The shtick here is that you're bidding on these half domino tiles, and then you will put them together when you're ready to make the combinations that will be more custom than you otherwise would. And then there are these cows. In regular King Domino, you score the size of the area times the number of crowns. In this one, you do the same thing, except it's the cows, but cows can move. They can move, and you can relocate your cows over the course of the game as well to kind of maximize your scoring opportunities.
Okay. Okay, so it's what was the two-player game that Bruno Catala had? Longhorn, where cows could move. Is it like Longhorn meets Kingdom Builder?
No, it's like neither of those games. It's more like King Domino with cows.
Okay, not Kingdom Builder. I'm sorry, King Domino. I want to say. Yeah,
okay, I was going to say Kingdom Builder has nothing to do with this.
No,
maybe.
It's wrong name. King Domino. I want to say. Yeah.
I mean, it really feels like an iteration on King Domino, but I think it's probably the best iteration of King Domino to date.
Okay, interesting. Might try it. We'll see. Where's my... Oh, here. Anyway, this is Delta.
That's one of yours.
Why?
That's what I'm
because
asking. It looks boring.
Because of the bottles. Okay. So, the cover is... The cover is okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
I just enjoyed the components.
Right.
You know, you can buy the Whoa!
It looks nice.
It does?
It looks like... Yeah, it looks like the Revive doesn't look any better. It looks like Revive.
It looks really hard to read.
Of course it looks really hard to read because it's a heavy Euro game. Video games are not supposed to be read, they're supposed to be watched. No, anyway, yeah, it's just...
I'm going to leave this one for you.
It looked cool.
Okay.
And this is Tabletop Simulator, it seems. Anyway, and I liked those bottles. That's why I chose
this you can buy the bottles without the game.
I don't want to look at those bottles. They're really cool.
Okay.
But I want to buy them with the game. That's
okay.
My choice. That's my body, my choice.
Sure.
All right, so this is another one from, I think, the same series, Dracula versus Van Helsing.
One of mine. This one, it's not trick taking so much as you have these 5 cards, and at the end of the round, you're going to compare for each area. So, like there's sort of put from left to right. So, your left card, if Dracula has a higher number, then he gets to turn something into a vampire. If Van Helsing has the higher number, he deals Dracula damage. And then Dracula has a goal to get a certain number of characters in one area to be a vampire or to survive. And Van Helsing needs to do a certain number of damage. And every turn you're going to play a card, and the card will give you some information about what the other person has. And you can also decide, hey, I'm ready to stop and do the scoring round with only partial information if that's what you want. It looks like a really interesting back and forth 2-player game.
Yeah, that's something So this, yet again, it reminds me of the art of Bloody Inn.
That's a sexy, sexy Dracula. I think this might be the same artist as Bloody Inn.
This one's definitely Bloody Inn art. Let me see.
Yes, that's the same artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also did the Great Split. Okay, yeah, that's why. Oh, Whirling Witchcraft. There's another game called Whirling Witchcraft, not just Witchcraft.
Just okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm interested in this one. I suspect I might get a copy from Korea, but
okay.
But it looks. I like the game. I like that company.
So this one is Everdell, but Everdell Far Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Not far away, but
the
far
big
shore.
Box of Everdell? Do you already have everything? Do you want to buy the game again? Here you go.
We have a friend that has this collector's edition huge box.
Full size box. Crazy.
Yeah, this is just too much. But this one, it's a re-implementation of the
The
Everdell
basic
system.
Everdell.
Yeah, but I don't know. I might just try it for whatever reason, just to
Yeah,
see
my
maybe it's a little
brother
bit
has
different.
my brother has it, so I might try it with him sometime. I think I'm probably done buying things for Everdell because I have that huge box.
Mhm.
And I know this is not compatible with anything that came before, and that's probably why I don't really want to buy it because I already have the big box. But it looks like an intro to Everdell kind of full game, not like my first Everdell or whatever it was. But anyway,
Okay. So this one is the Dream World Unconscious Mind card game. So it's a card game version of Unconscious Mind. And though I have not played Unconscious Mind, such a difficult word to say.
mind.
Yes. I don't mind. How did you say? Okay. So yeah, this is a card game version, and I'm always interested in card game versions of games I've never played for
Sure,
whatever reason.
it might
It's,
be amazing or it might be a throwaway.
yeah, from Johnny Pack. Okay, it's the same. Everyone's the same. Okay,
Yeah.
money grab. So this is yours. This is Belgian
Yep.
beers race dice.
I love the Belgian beers race. It's this schlocky game where you're trying to run around Belgium, trying all the different beer you can, and then riding your bicycle and trying not to be run off the road, or sitting on the bus and drinking beer in the back of the bus. Look, I don't have any experience with beer, but I really find the Belgian beers race to be an enjoyable game. And this will be a
Hmm.
dice game version of it. Belgian Beers Race is a little on the long side, so I'm hoping that this might be a faster version of it.
Okay, yeah, it's about beer. And the board looks
And a race.
amazing. The board also it looks so amazing. Look at that. Look at those
It does not.
bottles. So much detail. You could
Ooh, well, I know you're interested in bottles and games.
yes, you can hear some sarcasm I have in my voice, just a bit.
Look, the game also has inexcusable artwork, but it's familiar from the other game. And I think Belgian Beers Race is quirky enough to be worth a try. And I'm willing to try this one too.
Okay. And there's that welcome to Edition Collector, collector's edition.
I don't necessarily want the French version, but it looks like a big box version for Welcome to, and Welcome to does not fit in any box on the planet. So I I love Welcome to. It's one of the best games of that ilk. I love Welcome to the Moon. I think is the best of the series, but having a nice kind of easy to store version of regular Welcome to, I think will be welcome to.
Welcome. Your perfect home. Yeah. I've not played Welcome to for whatever reason.
Oh,
There's
you should.
Welcome
It's
to the
good.
Moon, something like that. Maybe it's at some point I was like, I don't want to play that many roll and write games, and then I was like, okay, I just swayed away from roll and write games, far away, because I love trains. Yeah.
So I would say Welcome to the Moon is the best of them so far because it has several different variants in the box. This one, regular Welcome to, had a bunch that came out after the fact. Like there's Welcome to
Yeah.
Halloween, Welcome to Zombie Apocalypse, Welcome to various different versions. And then there's also Welcome to Las Vegas, and that one was kind of a weaker entry. So that's the one maybe to stay away from.
Got it. We'll see. We'll see. That's not a new game. So, fictions, memoirs of a gangster. Okay, so
Ooh,
let me.
talk artwork here.
It's
That's
it's, it's it's not bad.
It's
It's not.
pulpy.
Yeah, it's not Fayum, whatever it is. Look, why did I choose this game?
I
Let me
don't
tell
know.
you.
I'm asking myself that.
I'm asking myself the same question. Wait, it's a cooperative. So it's a pulpy, like Gregor said, it's pulpy, it's Ludonova. And I like that publisher. They have some weird games. Like What?
Like none of those that you just saw.
Look, did they do the Cosmogenesis? That's what I like. Okay.
Oh.
They're more like a reprint into local version thing going on. But yeah, this one has a gun. If I can show you the gun. No, there's no gun here. But anyway, yeah, this
I don't think the game comes with a gun.
it has a gun. Look here. It's
Okay,
a
again,
gun.
Ilya with the props, right?
Look at that.
Oof.
Yeah, you can put it next to your bottles.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna shoot some bottles with this gun.
So this game is a bit of a visual assault. It's definitely got that bright yellow.
Yes, it is. It's very it is pulp, but it's a cooperative game, and I'm always interested in some new cooperative games. So that's that. Anyway, let's get to the next one, which is Weird Wood Manor, which is we're getting to some good-looking covers, and I like this cover.
Yeah, there's almost no way this will be available on at Essen. They just finished their Kickstarter a month ago or so.
Probably a demo. Yeah, that's why I was like, and this one seems to be a cooperative game with lots of things going on. As I understand,
I don't
this
think
is
it is
like
cooperative.
Isn't
I don't remember, but you've got that rotating board though.
Yeah, it seems like you're going through the rooms, and there you're like to infiltrate the different rooms with those monsters. It is cooperative, yeah. The Mary's Great Adventure gameplay with some hero-inspired underpinnings as you and your group of valiant companions battle to protect Weirdwood Manor. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's cooperative. Action retrieval mechanism. Ooh, elapsed real-time ending mechanism. What's going on here? Anyway, yeah, probably
Some
not.
of those mechanisms sound made up.
Yes.
But
the
it
faraway
does look
mechanism. It is. It's really cool looking. Then another one that's really cool looking. Not that cool looking, but still. If Anunnaki. I like the cover.
Okay.
It's cool looking.
Ooh.
And look, the cover is already, and you can have those different planets going on there, and
All right. What table in the world is that game going to fit on?
Right.
What table? 2 tables.
Yeah. I mean, is that several copies of the game set up, or is that just one? Because that's ridiculous if it's just one.
I would like to think
it seems to
so.
be just one. It's just one.
No. Oh no.
You're getting ready to show your Knockets International Spiel, and so they have those different planets and things. So you're gonna be traveling to different distant planets, and by the way, this is Simona Luciani that I didn't.
Well, I do like that game designer. That makes it more interesting. I mean, he's usually involved in how would we call it in Cranial Creations games anyway.
Oh yeah, I can see there's somewhere prototype somewhere. It does look cool. I mean, this is yeah.
But look at the size. You're gonna have to be playing this on the floor. Like
yeah, this is not going to fit on any table on the planet.
No, we're just gonna look. The planets we're not gonna use. We're gonna switch.
That's kind of ridiculous,
the table
actually.
to the floor. Yeah. You have a big enough table to probably fit this one.
To play half the game, yes. We can play half of it on my upstairs table and half of it on my downstairs table.
You can get some exercise in. Good.
We can teleport between the different planets by going up and downstairs.
What did you say?
Stream the game state.
Yeah, streaming the game. You need at least 5, 6, 7, 8 cameras to stream it. Okay. Anyway, here we have Imperium Horizons.
This one, for whatever reason, did not.
Out.
Yeah, that's why it didn't show up on my list, because it's not actually going to be there. It was supposed to come out in March, but it looks like it's been pushed out again.
So Gregor hasn't played this one yet.
Well,
Imperium is a deck. I don't want to say deck building game in a sense, because it is
a deck building game.
Imperium is a deck building game. Yes.
Okay.
deck with D. And it's also a tech building game if you have a
Fair
certain
enough.
certain cards and technologies and nations. Anyway, this is a civilization game, and it is a deck building game, but it's in a different sense of a deck building game. It's not your usual Dominion style. Just buy a card and now it's in your play deck. Yeah. This one, everybody has their own personal deck and their own personal cards they're gonna collect into their decks and how you play each race or how you play each nation is different. With some of them, they don't have some of them they have standard rules and standard, let's say, win or lose condition. With some of them, like Arthurians, they need to find the Holy Grail. Atlanteans, they have those flooding mechanism cards, whatever, and their mission is all about thinning their deck, or mechanically and so on. So this is a 1 to 4 player game, but I feel like I would definitely agree with me that it's a 2-player game at most.
It is a 1 or 2 player game. In fact, I think most people that I know play it solo because it's great solo. But with 2, it's also enjoyable. With any more than 2, it's going to be a rough ride. It also has one of the worst rule books in board gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I can teach it.
Yeah, you can teach it, but if you handed somebody the rule book and said, "Please learn how to play the game," you are giving that person a Sisyphean task. Because half of the rules aren't actually in the rule book. They're in the appendix. And the game uses weird terms for things like buy a card and discard. It has 6 different terms for buying a card on a Tuesday versus on a Thursday. And it's definitely not a game that was designed for humans to learn to play. But it's a great game once you can learn to play it.
It's like it's like with the let's say the same Arthurians versus Atlanteans. Like, for example, with it's made up, but let's say Romans, they have the term discard a card. The Romans would say slay a card. Then the Atlanteans would say flood a card. Then the Arthurians would say go on a quest card or whatever. It's like discard a card becomes so many different
convoluted.
Yeah, it's you have to play the same nations a few times, or you have to just learn as you go. It's the first few games will be learning games.
It is not a fun teach.
But it does sound like a really fun asymmetrical game to play. If you enjoy that sort of thing,
it's fantastic. But I think you should get the full experience, which is learning it from the rule book.
Nice. A nice afternoon read then.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to you. You're gonna learn it anyway. So this one is a what I want to talk about. This one is a standalone kind of expansion or standalone game. It says here with 14 unique civilizations, and as I heard, the 2 of them are Cthulhu cultists and Martians.
Oh, great!
All right, I'm in.
So you about it. It's just not coming out at Essen, which is why I didn't put it on my list.
Yeah. So the base game. So there's classics and legends. So we both have both boxes, and so it comes with 8 factions in a box, which is 16. So this one adds 14 more, and they said you can mix and match those. Like you can just buy Horizons as an expansion, and then you have 30 different nations. So how many combinations of different plays you can have? That's amazing.
How many different ways to say buy a card and discard a card can you possibly have?
Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting component of this new game.
And this one says it also contains over 45 reprinted cards. So to do the minor. Yeah, but that's nice. They're gonna implement some balance tweaks. I like that idea.
Right.
Anyway, Castles Magic Ludwig, I'm not going to talk about that one. I think Gregor has played it. Probably not. Maybe yes. I don't know.
Probably
No.
not. Maybe yes.
I have not.
Amazing game. Second edition with better art. This is probably the new art. Yeah, it is.
Yes, the new art.
This is the old art. And this
It's
is an
almost the same.
amazing castle building game. I really enjoy it.
It's a fun game.
All right, so here we have one of yours.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We're not
we're
gonna
gonna
talk
have to go
about all of
kind of
them.
quickly, but let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
this
just-
one because
Let's
my
talk about
thought
this one before.
of Apocalypse Socks really should have been called Asocalypse. That would have been a better use of the game.
Yeah.
But I don't. It just looks stupid, right? It's just about, I think, washing machines and putting socks into them.
Oh, okay.
But I really wish it were called Asocalypse.
Cause what? Cosmoctopus.
Cosmoctopus, that's one of yours.
Yes. Oh, because of those. Yeah. I like my components. You know, it has
Yep.
tentacles that are coming out of those different gates, and it has octopus. And
Did you
looks
know
amazing.
how many? Do you know how many times you can tickle an octopus?
10 tickles.
Well, yes, but you would think that it's 10 tickles, but they only have 8 arms, so the first 2 are test tickles.
Oh. Oh God.
Okay, dad jokes. Love those. All right, so
You're
this
both gonna
content is
tell
not
that
made
one.
for
I know.
kids anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I like that joke. Anyway, yeah, that's
Yeah, I like that.
all about the octopuses. Octopi.
Octopus.
Boon Lake artifacts. I'm not going to show this because it looks.
I love Boon Lake, and this one is so Boon. Neither of you's played Boon Lake.
No, never.
Nope.
So in Boon Lake, you inexplicably find these pots in the bottom of the lake, and they don't do anything. You just sort of collect them as a resource to turn in at various times. And this one's supposed to make the pots do different things and give you special powers. Boon Lake's a great game of no theme, trying to get points, but
Moving
I'm
up all
excited
sorts
for
of
more of
things, hundreds of
Moving down
symbols.
the river. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Freelancers is
I already have that one.
Yeah, it's hard to get here, so
No,
waiting
it's a crossroads type game.
Yeah, this is so we played Forgotten Waters, I think, Gregor.
Yeah.
played that.
Yeah.
So this one is a fantasy themed, a kind of a next level Forgotten Waters because this is more involved, a little bit more RPG going on, as I understood, the few more mechanisms. So this one is something I really want to get because I love Forgotten Waters, and people say that if like you can own both because if you want to go like a easy ride kind of a thing, it's Forgotten Waters. Even if you want to get a more involved, this idea of crossroads mechanisms and idea of Forgotten Waters, go with the Freelancers. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this. I have not yet gotten around to it, but it looks like it'll be great.
Oh, I'm getting this one. So this is SideQuest Nemesis. So these
It's
are
an escape room, right?
Awakened Realm. Yeah, this is Board and Dice. Yeah, this is Board and Dice escape room type SideQuest new series or something like that. And they have different games. Now they took Nemesis, my favorite game, and made it into a escaped whatever. Oh, it's Escape Tale series. Okay, whatever. But it's in Nemesis universe, so I'm gonna get it. I love escape room games. I love Nemesis, so why not?
Okay.
And we're gonna play it, Gregor. We're gonna play it.
Sure. Of course.
Even if you don't want to.
Yeah. No, I love Nemesis, so absolutely.
Okay, well, there you go.
You have a friend in me.
Challengers is one of mine. I love Challengers. Challengers is fantastic. It's a stupid game of basically war with some deck building. And this looks like more Challengers. I think Challengers is one of those games that if you have a large group and it's an even number of players, It's just a great fit.
Yeah, okay. I've not played Challengers, so I don't know much about this one. All right, let's get to Castles Mad King Ludwig renovations. This is the newest expansion for Castle Mad King Ludwig, and it has special double room types to renovate a castle. Okay.
Wait,
I don't know what
Castles
it
of Mad
means.
King Ludwig renovations includes things to renovate?
Yeah. This is gold mine. That's interesting.
I'd want to find those in my basement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that would be quite nice.
That's Vulcan closet.
Okay.
With the web. What? Okay. Anyway, the presents. So this one, I
Which one of
like
yours?
the cover.
Mm-hmm.
I like the horror-ish. A game of tragedy, trust, and the unknown. So yeah, this one just looks cool. It's dark
This
theme.
one looks like Coma Ward 3.
Very horror-ish. Coma words? I don't know. It just looks horror-ish.
Okay.
And that's what I like about the games. And this one has these probably cool acrylic dyes, something like that.
Yeah, ectoplasmic vibes.
And this is strategic horror game.
No.
So yeah, why I'm interested in the theme, definitely. If it has some
Also,
story elements.
It's either fully cooperative or one versus all, which is quite interesting. See how
Is
it means one of those is going to be great,
Yeah.
and the other is going to be terrible.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
So
Most
probably one versus all will be.
It'll also
better.
have semi co-op and player versus
I don't
player.
know. I
and an
would
auction
definitely play
mechanism.
only. I would definitely play only fully cooperative because I'm not.
Okay.
Anyway. So this is the Dutch resistance. Orange shall overcome. I was drunk, I think.
I think you were,
drunk.
because this does not look like a very enjoyable game.
What's going on?
I definitely did
did
not put it. I thought for a minute, did I put that on my list? But no way.
I was clicking some wrong games. Why?
All right, so no more comments about my
it-
list.
It does
Why
give
is-
me a bit like Black Orchestra vibes.
Oh, yes, because it's a scenario-based cooperative game of Dutch resistance,
Oh.
Second World War. So yeah, that's another cooperative game. So I'm like, okay, cooperative
Okay.
in World War is Black Orchestra is as Gregor said is those vibes. Yeah. Now I get it. That's probably why mechanism-wise, and you know.
Nice save.
Yeah, the art does
Thank-
look a bit raw though, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know, on the road, it's the Leo Colavini's game, and the Gabriel Bubble. I don't know that one. I know Colavini,
Yes,
and yeah, this is all about the theme. So this is you play music bands, and you want to reach the sunshine something. So, oh, this one has a picture. So it's about music. So why not?
Okay.
That's all about the theme. And this one, I like this truck. So I'm gonna get
You and your
my
props.
yeah. I'm gonna get me bottles. I'm gonna get me gun, and I'm gonna get me truck, and then I'm gonna shoot
It looks more like a van than a
Nice.
truck, but okay.
Does look like
a van. Sorry, a van. Yeah, whatever. Don't you correct me.
You can do hashtag van life tags.
Hashtag props for life.
Yeah.
This is Lucky Duck Games, and the other Stone Sword Games. This is Senjutsu. The cover looks great. Oh, I love
does.
the cover.
Yeah, it won't be at Essen, though. It's just going to be a
And-
preview, I'm sure.
But so I put it based on the cover, but this is a battle game, so I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. But it's samurais. I'm like, I might enjoy battle game with samurais. It's just, I don't know.
And it has Bitva o Japan Kaso.
Yes, it's Serbian,
That's not Serbian.
Croatian.
That's not Croatian. It's probably Czech. It's going to be Czech or Polish.
Can you check, please? Anyway,
All right, so I think we have to move quickly through the rest of these.
yeah, the Earth 2053. Is it mine? It is
Yes.
because it's. I like the cover. tipping point, though. I don't know what it is, but this is a prototype here. So, and
Ooh.
it has interesting
that looks
mechanisms.
nice.
This is a prototype, but it seems like it's interesting what mechanism they're gonna have with this one.
It looks like a Eurogame version of Viking Seesaw.
I don't know that one.
No, Viking
Probably
Seesaw, you
something
have a
about-
seesaw and you have to stack stuff in it.
Oh, okay. Because this one is you work together to prevent global climate catastrophe. So, yeah, why
Yes,
not?
You're probably trying to keep the balance.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm in. Look, Humanity from Bombix. So we did our favorite publishers list, and Bombix was on my list. As I told you, if Bombix comes out with something, I'm always interested in it. It doesn't look great, but it's Bombix,
Okay.
and it's about humanity because it says so.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's keep
Anyway.
going.
Because you want to get to your games, yeah. The art project is this one is Lumberjack Studios Vincent Trade. This is a cooperative game, and it looks very busy, but really cool at the same time. You're trying to save the art from the white hand, something like that. Yeah. So you're trying to save all the works.
So just put a glass in front of it so that people don't touch it.
Sure, but if you have Diamond Cutter. Anyway, this is a cooperative game and has an interesting theme. You're gonna save the artworks. That's
Okay.
cool. Then the castle making little expansions. Okay, whatever.
Looks
Let's
like you
skip
put
that
on
one.
your list twice. This is a new board for Newton. If you like Newton, you'll like it. If you don't, you won't.
Newton is another Euro game.
It
So
is.
this is the one you
With
chose.
tracks.
This with tracks, yes. And
This
cubes.
one looks like it's the Twilight
Why?
Struggle style of game that was also in
Oh.
the one about Nixon, the Watergate game. It's one of those sort of
Yeah.
two-player head-to-head games. This one's about a chess match. I don't know much more about it than that, but I like the games in that series. I found them all to be enjoyable, from somewhere between enjoyable and excellent. And I'm curious to see how this one plays out as well.
So instead of playing real chess, you're gonna
Yeah, because I don't want to play chess.
Imitate chess.
imitate
Well, I don't think
chess.
it actually imitates chess. This is going to go through the various aspects of a chess match that apparently
All
happened
right.
at some
Okay.
point.
It's
And I can
historical
listen to the
thing.
musical chess while doing it.
Okay, why not? So Age of Wonders, Planetfall.
This is one of
so
mine, and I don't know what it was doing on my list, but I
Mine
like
as well.
Arcane Wonders games. So
Yeah, mine as well. Yeah, for some reason. I don't know much about this one. Easy to learn, deep gameplay. This is about it's a card strategy game, so that's why it's rebuilding civilization. I usually like it's hobby world. Okay, so yeah, all right. So Paleo, der weiße Wal.
this is a new
And-
scenario for Paleo.
Yeah, you hunt for whales. So
It's one of those
this is
small
something.
deck ones like the bird one was.
I think I got the hornets now. I found the hornets and Wills of Wit or something like that. The two mini things.
They've come out with a couple of these small packs, and they've been it's just another scenario. This is about white whales, so
I'm definitely gonna get it because I love Paleo when it comes out.
Sure.
In
Yeah.
mhm.
you've played
You're gonna
Paleo,
be
no?
hunting for. Yeah, I have. So in this scenario, you're gonna be hunting for the Moby Dick, right?
Something like that.
Something, Dick, definitely. Yeah,
Hmm.
because you're
I
gonna
played this one
testicles.
yesterday.
What?
I
Okay,
played
so
this one
anyway,
yesterday.
Terraforming Mars dice game. So this
Yeah.
Terraforming Mars, is it similar to the to Ares
No.
Expedition or to more of like regular?
Neither. It's faster than both of them, and sort of the difference here is that you don't have any of those boards where you put the cubes with the different values, so you don't really have an income stream. Instead, you're going to get dice that you'll roll whenever you select the income action, and then each turn you get a bonus action to manipulate or take an extra die, and you use these dice to pay for the guard costs. It's a very simple
Got it.
game. It's the least heavy of the three, and it's also the shortest of the three.
Okay. Yeah.
It's enjoyable. The solo is terrible though because it's 50 rounds and you have to remember to move the round tracker each time, and I've never successfully done that.
Got it. I might try it. So this one is
It's also from Fantasia Games.
Sweet
or one of their imprints. This one I saw set up at the retreat, but never got to play it. But it had some interesting little chips, and it's basically making a pastry mess in the kitchen.
Oh, I'm getting hungry. Oh, nice. All right, so SideQuest 7th Sea is the 7th Sea themed escape room game.
Escape room.
So this E is Land of Angels, and remember that one, Almost Innocent, is Colossal Games. So this one, I'm just going through some really quick. So this
is a long series of yours now.
Some of them. So this one is. I'm gonna go for some of them. So I like this cover here.
Yep.
And this is building the pyramids and trying to make them into points, probably. But this is like about building pyramids. That's why I chose this one
have
cover.
Points.
And this Michael Kiesling, Wolfgang Kramer, so a good record for those two. So why not? And then there's Earthborn Rangers, which
I ordered that one.
I hate the cover.
It's terrible.
But this is an adventure game where it's a cooperative card game. You are building up your personality. You improve your equipment as the story goes on. They say it's an open world. How does it work? I don't know. It's branching narrative campaign with storylines, multitudes of side stories. Sounds amazing. I'm in.
Okay.
If it works.
If it does.
The premise does sound pretty great. Oh, we'll see.
So this Doggerland, I'm not going to show you that one. Turbo cover. Djinn. So this is about capturing djinns. I like the cover. Yet again. Love me some good covers. And this is...
Are you sure it should be a bottle and not a bathtub?
Sure. I don't know what it is.
It was a gin reference.
Yeah, I understand. It wasn't funny. Anyway.
No, it was not.
Anyway, yeah, you have keys. You can see beautiful keys. Anyway, this is about capturing gems, and you move around the board and do stuff, and then it's a Euro game. Woo! Yucatan and Chatuchak. Why?
Well, it's I like Kuali generally, and the Chatuchak market is an interesting, very colorful place in Bangkok. This game doesn't look all that amazing, but that's probably a prototype version. But Kuali has a pretty good record.
Okay.
Fairly simple games.
Got it. Then we have this one, by the way, you probably have it already, but I want to try. This one is a Robots Quest Arena. It's a battle robots and probably deck building, something like that.
Yeah, it's basically Star Realms, but with some movement around a board.
And robots fighting each other. That's something I want to get. Definitely. And then we have Tasso Banana, which is yours.
It has bananas as Korean.
That's some good prop. Why?
I don't know about it. It just looks like a dexterity type game, and I like those.
Full of bananas on the banana tree. Stack your banana sticks on the game board.
Yep. That's it.
Lay all your sticks first and win. Okay. Goal limit.
Well, that's a very different picture.
That is a different game.
It's probably the reimplementation.
Must be a reprint. Okay. Whoa! I did not look very far. Ooh. Let's take this one off the list. This looks terrible.
It's Unlimited and Beyond. Okay, so this one, by the way, this is unboxed. So unboxed. So as you can see, this is you are archaeologist and you discover caches of ancient board games, and you have to figure out what is the rules of those ancient board games.
Next.
That's really cool. I like this. I love this idea. So you're trying to figure out how they played this game in ancient times.
So you also have that option by buying some modern games and just reading the rule book. And
Yeah,
it's
but here,
sometimes even more of a puzzle.
yeah, sometimes. But this one, yeah, the idea
Try
is great.
Imperium Legends.
No. Nightmares of Sushi.
Yeah, I just basically thought the name sounded funny. I don't think
So
the
you
game
wanted
looks
this
very
plushie
good.
toy?
Yes.
This plushie? And
We don't have to spend any time on Nightmares of Sushi. It looks awful, but the name sounded amazing.
and the last two is Apex Energy, for whatever reason. It's a card drafting investment game, so that's why I love investments and economics in games. So yeah, this is you're gonna invest in things, and then you're gonna see who wins and something like that. And this is Explorer, which is you are basically.
Are you exploring?
No, you are wealth people.
Are you an explorer?
Explorer.
Explorer.
You are wealthy people using
Look at that.
talented explorers, bravest crews in Sector 2, so you can discover treasures and so on. So
Okay.
economic game, something like that? I don't know.
I hate the title, but
you know, not a Golem
yeah, it's
and not Tasso Banana.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been longer, but 90 titles here. So yeah, we talked a lot about those games. Some really cool stuff. Great, amazing,
and some crap.
Some crap, yeah.
And some misclicks.
Yeah, some misclicks. For some reason, I was drunk. Probably, yeah. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And
all right.
we're gonna fix that microphone issue next time. If any, just sometimes happens. Anyway, see you another time.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Sunday. Bye bye.
Fairly well.